Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing another video on my F150 with the 2.7 ecoboost, and what I'm doing today is I am draining my transmission fluid. I think the Ford recommends to do it at 150,000, but the two guys that I like to follow the most on YouTube, which is Ford Tech Make You Loco and Aaron Hines, they both basically recommend to do it every 60,000 at the longest, and I guess as early as 30. I am just under 61,000. I'll show you on my odometer here in a second. And just to give a little update on the engine, it's doing completely good and normal and fine. And my transmission is actually fine, but I tow a little bit with this and I just want to stay on top of it. So is what I did to do my truck is I put it up on the ramps in the front, and then to level it out, because it needs to be level when you go to check it, I jacked it up and put it on jack stands to keep it up higher, to keep it level. Just use the level under the frame to make sure it was level. And I drained it all out. Now, this is where the problems came into. Got it off no problem. Every time I had looked up my part number for my filter, it gave me this part number right here. The Motorcraft FT188. And every video I've actually seen on YouTube that's done with an F50 that has the 6R80 transmission has used this exact same one. So, and every time I looked on the internet, it said it was an exact fit. So I ordered one. Well, I pull off the pan. This was my original pan. I just have it cleaned up. And this one over here is actually a Dorman aftermarket pan, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. Well, first thing that I saw was a little different when I pulled off is on this dipstick, it had this A and B area, which I had the truck level, and I had actually running. It wasn't too hot under there, but it was definitely warm. And the weird thing was, the highest it was on my dipstick was right there, so it wasn't even in range for the A or the B, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But this looked a little bit different, but it does say to use the Mercon LV, which everybody said to use that. But so I go to grab my filter, I pull my filter off. One, I can't get it off like on the videos. Usually it's kind of hanging down and they just pull it off. And I could tell I was getting hung up on something else. Well, the difference, and I can't open this bag and show you because it's not open yet and I need to return it. But these filters are pretty much exact, except for this one has this green little single O-ring, and this one has this orange one that has like 1, 2, 3 like ribs on it. And then this little piece right here is not on the other one. So this is actually sticking up into a little hole, and this is sticking up into a little hole with another grommet. I'm going to show you what that looks like under my truck, because every YouTube video I also watched on that didn't have that hole under the bottom. So let's come back over here to the truck. Alright, so this black hole right here, every YouTube video I saw didn't have that, and that's where the other piece goes in. The standard tube that they all have is that big one right there. So everything else looked the same except for this second spot. Alright, so let's go back over here. So I called Ford and got on their website and actually put my VIN number in. And as far as I know, to tell you guys, this is only on my VIN number with the 2.7, but on a 2015 F150 2.7 EcoBoost, if your manufacture date was from 10/24/14 to 12/15, you have to use the FT200 transmission filter. And they quoted me $74, so I called somebody else and it was, I think he said 66. So it's quite more expensive because this one I got off of Amazon for like 20 something bucks. So that's going to be a problem you guys might run into. Unless you look your VIN up or do it before, you're not going to really know until you get it pulled off, and then you're kind of screwed because your truck's sitting on jack stands. But just to show you the difference, this is right at 61,000 miles. And just for comparison, my lighting kind of sucks. This is a brand new Mercon LV. This stuff right here, brand spanking new. I just wanted to put it in a bottle to show you what it looks like, and to show you what this looks like with 60,000 miles. And I have heard that the Ford stuff kind of changes colors, and it's not a huge deal, but it definitely is not looking like this. But out of the 61,000 miles, we got about 10 to 12,000 of decent towing, and that's what it looks like. I definitely don't feel like I'm changing it too soon. It looks pretty gross and nasty, and I'm gonna do. My plan is to put this new oil pan on, and then I can just drain it through this, and I don't have to pull the whole entire pan off every time, which was actually really easy, but not as easy as this. So I'm going to put all new fluids, run it for a couple thousand miles, and then I'm going to drain out as much as I can just through here the easy way, and then I'm going to see my color change and just kind of keep an eye until I feel like that's how I want it. But anybody who's thinking about buying this Dorman oil pan, this part number right here says 265-854. Anyway, as far as I can tell, this thing is like exactly like my original Motorcraft Ford one. I haven't seen anything that's even different. All these little dimples, everything on here is exact, and it seems really heavy duty and really nice. So we'll see. I haven't put it on obviously yet, but it seems like it should be nice and legit. So the only thing that kind of stinks that when you drain it is you can't really check your magnets. Now, these are my magnets clean. I made a video before. They were not horrible. It was basically a whole bunch of dust. But just to show you, this rag right here was completely spotless clean, and that's what came off all the magnets. So I did not get any chunks. I didn't get any like even big splinters. It was pretty much all just dust, metal dust, I guess. But these will just go right back on the Dorman pan, and then I'll probably give I think I wanted to show you. By the way, all these tips and all these things I got are pretty much from YouTubers, so once again, thanks a lot. But you can buy a whole case of the Mercon LV from Amazon. It comes in that big box. It's 12 of them. It was a really good deal. It was only like $5 a bottle. A lot cheaper than buying it for the $8.99 or whatever at the store. And then another YouTuber, I can't remember which channel, had this pump, this Lumax pump. And I haven't actually used it yet, but it looks awesome. And you just dump your new stuff in here. It has a tube, and it has this really nice hook that you can just stick in the hole and pump in there. So I'd recommend that, because otherwise it's going to be a pain to get the stuff in there. Anyway, I will keep you guys updated and see how it all goes, but I'm going to have to get the new filter. Today's a Saturday. I'm going to get the new filter from a Ford dealership on Monday and finish it all up. Anyway, good luck with your guys' projects. Have a good day. Bye.